So effective maximum is below equilibrium and it's ineffective above equilibrium. Okay, that's a key distinction you need to know. Now, what are the situations that is arising in the case if you have this legislation in place? What is it doing in the market? Well, let's talk about what it's doing in the market. Let's talk about first what's happening to the producer's revenue. Okay, producer's revenue before and after. Okay, the producer's revenue before the Pmax is PO into QO. This is what the producers were making and this is what the consumers were spending. Okay, but since Pmax has been imposed, this revenue goes away because now at Pmax price, producers are only selling QS quantity which they are producing. So we can clearly see that the producer's revenue has gone down. So that's a problem, I would say. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, how does it affects, how will it affect consumers? Okay, let's check it out. Originally, the consumers were spending about PO into QO and they were buying at high price, they were buying QO quantity. Okay, so what's happening now? Well, what's happening now is that the consumers are paying Pmax and they are able to buy this much quantity. So some of the consumers who were buying QS की quantity at a much higher price before, PO की price, are now paying a lot lesser price. So they're kind of like saving some money over here. Okay. However, the problem is that there are some people over here who are facing the shortage and they are not able to buy the product. So basically what's happening is some consumers benefit. So I'll say what's happening to consumers. Well, some benefit while some are worse off. So in terms of consumers, there's a split. Now it depends on the elasticity, who are the ones who are benefiting and how much are the people who are not benefiting in this. Okay, other problems that you're facing in this. Okay, there is a big problem of black market that can arise because when you have a shortage, there is a chance of illegal markets that can come up. What's the illegal market we're talking about? It's this. At Pmax, producers are producing only QS quantity. Okay. Now, if the producers are not supervised enough, they know that this QS की quantity, consumers are willing to pay this high price right here for it. Let me call it P1. This is the willingness, because demand curve shows the willingness and ability. So this is the willingness and ability of consumers to pay. So if the markets are not properly supervised, there's a good chance that there is a black market that can arise in the market. And obviously the consumers, the same consumer who was originally buying QS quantity के लिए PO is now will have to pay even higher for this quantity which is there in the black. And we just saw this in the coronavirus situation, that how the hand sanitizers, somehow by reducing the quantity of it, the government wants the prices. Let's suppose if the government had set an actual price, like for example a Dettol hand sanitizers actual market price before coronavirus was simple 260 rupees per unit, and let's say the government says, you know what, bring it down to 150 for the welfare of the society. Now obviously they would cut down the quantity of how much they're selling, and the black market price for this less quantity jumps up, okay, to 400 500 rupees for that same single unit, and that's if not properly supervised. And so now the government has this problem of spending tons of money going around in the shops looking at if there is a black market which has come out as a result of this, right? So there are three problems that I have discussed over here. Because of the maximum price, there are three problems that comes about.